you're not building an email list from your podcast, you're leaving serious money on the table. You want to make it super easy and distraction-free for your audience to make it clear, concise, and go directly so that you can capture their email. To start converting more podcast listeners into email subscribers, because let's face it, email subscribers turn into clients. Remember, your podcast is more than a content channel. It's a lead gen machine. Welcome back to the Lead Gen Podcast, the go-to show for business owners and personal brands wanting to turn their podcast into a lead gen machine. I'm your host, Jen, and today we are diving into how to turn your podcast listeners into email subscribers, step by step. If you're not building an email list from your podcast, you're leaving serious money on the table. Not only that, email lists are so important, you have to keep your warm leads somewhere that you own so we can retarget them down the line. So business owners and personal brands, if you're looking for great advice, tips, how-tos on how to use your podcast to generate leads for your business and or personal brand, be sure to subscribe to my channel. You could find me all across social media at the Lead Gen Podcast. I give out nonstop value, tips, actionable content that you could implement in your own business and or personal brand. Most business owners and creators oftentimes offer something generic like sign up for my newsletter or offering a free guide. And in today's world, that doesn't work too much anymore. Instead, here's what we're going to do. We're going to offer a lead magnet that solves one very specific problem. Ideally, a specific pain point that your ideal client audience has an issue with. How to start and launch a podcast with just your phone. I offer a how-to guide on how you can start and launch your podcast with just your cell phone. This should feel natural, like the next step for your listener, not a detour. Use words like steal this, ready to use, make it irresistible and fast to consume. So once again, we don't want to feel like that we're taking our audience away from what we're doing. We're more so giving them step, and then the final step is to download that how-to. Step number 2 is mid-episode call to actions. And here's the truth about podcasting. People are listening in their passive time. And a lot of the times when they get the main point of the stuff that they want, they don't listen all the way to the very last second of your episode. So if you're only dropping a call to action at the end, you're losing a ton of potential leads. Let's fix this by placing your CTA in the right spot. Definitely within the first 5 minutes. Sometimes I like to give the generic idea of the episode, and then I like to sneak a little CTA in between that transition. But definitely within the first 5 minutes, if not the first few seconds. And then definitely again, once around a midpoint or where you're in the middle of your whole concept or idea or point of your episode. And make it conversational. Don't make it sound like super salesy. And real quick, if this topic's hitting home, I have a downloadable PDF on my website, how to start and launch your podcast using only your iPhone. See what I just did there? Step number 3, and this is really great for tracking. If you're tracking, your traffic to your website, where they're coming from, where your leads are actually coming from, use a dedicated landing page specifically for this. Create a clean, distraction-free landing page, short headline, what they're getting, call to action, name, and email. And make it podcaster listener friendly. So be like, hey, I know you're coming from my podcast. Welcome. Here's the downloadable PDF. For this, you can use pretty links or bit.ly, something like that. You could do yourwebsite.com/checklist/how-to/guide/whatever. Make sure that you're saying it clearly, and make sure you have your producer either, if you have a video podcast, of course, add the website to the bottom. And if not, in addition to add it in the show notes and making sure that the link is working. You want to make it super easy and distraction-free for your audience to make it clear, concise, and go directly so that you can capture their email. Because the second your audience gets distracted, you're losing so many leads. So definitely go to hookmediaproductions.com/how-to-record-and-launch and grab the how-to checklist. That is hookmediaproductions.com how to record and launch. And that's it. Those are 3 small tweaks that you can make. Start converting more podcast listeners into email subscribers, because let's face it, email subscribers turn into clients. Create something specific and relevant. Place your CTAs early and often, of course, without being too salesy or too in your face, because that's super annoying. And send them to a landing page made just for them. Remember, your podcast is more than a content channel. It's a lead gen machine. If you want help building out your podcast to generate you leads with a system that works while you're sleeping, don't be afraid to reach out. I have my email in the show notes. Or you could follow me at the Lead Gen Podcast. And don't be afraid to send me a DM over there, even if you're just saying hi. That, or you could send me a picture of your dog or cat too. Thanks for listening. And if you're looking for more actionable tips, actions that you can take, value, be sure to subscribe. I release episodes every single Thursday. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.